Sorry about that, minor interruption. Because I currently no longer have my beautiful recording sign. It got lost somewhere, so I need to make another one. So my mom didn't know I was recording. And then I had to stop and stuff, so I'm back though. And I placed first against all the good cars with this tiny car, so you can make conclusions on that for yourself. Okay. Doing alright. Well, of course, the ordering there is going to be the same, because that was just the beginning. And now what we are racing is the mirrored Toys in the Hood, so it's literally they took the map and made a mirror out of it. So there's the normal option, there's the mirrored option, there's the reversed option, and then there's the reversed mirror option. So it's really like 4 different tracks in one almost. I mean, there's some similarities in racing it, but if you have all your button pressing timed, then you may have problems doing that with the mirrored. I hate other cars so much. That one goes into me right as I'm about to... now I've oiled myself. That one goes into me right as I'm about to jump, just slightly takes out the back wheels and completely screws me over for the whole race. But anyway, if you get flipped, then there's a flip car over button, which will of course get you flipped back over. I advise putting that somewhere convenient compared to your weapon firing button. And then there's also a reset button, and I advise putting that in the second most convenient place compared to your firing weapon, just because you will occasionally need to reset. And then there's the horn and the pause button. So those are kind of all your important buttons for this. Why did I hear that firework go off in my left ear? No, I swear I don't know if you guys will catch that, but the noise of that firework went off in my left ear and not my right, even though I shot it to the right. So I was confused, but okay. And stop giving me useless junk. Okay, so that got me a space back, right? Well, I guess now all I need to do is make up one more. And then I'll be at least third, and then if I can do well on the other ones... I think the cars get a lot meaner in the second set. It's just something about the way their artificial intelligence are programmed that makes them more hostile. So we're quite clearly out of the running for this race, but we will do better next time. Yeah, let's try again. The military-ish car that you see in front of me is like the best car out of all of these and everything, except for its handling and its size and how much its wheels stick out. So it's actually, all in all, not a great car just because it tends to spin out more. Because having wheels that stick out isn't good for racing. It'll just kind of do bad things. Go ahead and lose those. But like if you are in first and you have a firework, launching that firework the moment the car passes you can usually put you back in second, or first I mean, or second I guess. Works too. You have no idea how much I hate the car in front of me though. Couple races against it and you will just dislike it because it seems to always have good weapons and then throws its weight around, literally. A lot. Yeah, let's make them the bomb. See how they handle that. So you can't really pass it though, is the problem with that car. And the one power-up I have right now is also useful if you're in first. Because like if something happens and you spin out, then it stops every car that'll pass you. So it'll put you back into it. And by it I mean the race, of course. So you can see that these cars definitely do have some advantages over me. So I should probably work on getting the hang of some of those cars. I mean, I've tried it a little bit, but they're all just so different. And they don't turn as well, none of them. Or they turn way too well, which is, I guess, still a problem. They just flat out don't turn well, for whatever reason. But yeah, if you have troubles in this game, just keep practicing, and you'll get it down eventually. Okay. Yeah, oh yeah. Ah, see why I dislike that car so much? It just, if it's like way behind, then it'll intentionally get in front of your way. Not the other car's way, your way. I mean, usually this game's pretty good about having the other cars pick on each other as much as they pick on you. But that car, I think, targets the player generally more. Oh, and with fireworks, you'll see the crosshairs. If they're green, then it's your crosshairs, and if it's red, then that means you should try turning or speeding up, going around the corner or something. If it's like really significant, because otherwise the car behind you is about to shoot and will, of course, cause you problems. And yeah, not spinning out of that curve, usually going on the inside lane works. because spinning out on that curve can cost you 5 places if it's a really close race. Might be a while. So you can... oh, never mind. Wasn't that one. Yeah, I'm still in the lead. By 3. Okay, so... winning this one's ideal then. And there are only 3 maps in each of the later sets. So that provides some, insight on how things are going to go. It definitely makes them more challenging because it's less time to build up space and less... and of course, it's a lot more easier for cars who aren't doing as well in the championship to kind of come back. Because, like, if you get 2nd and 3rd, that's 10 points, and that's 1 first place for the next race, so... like, places like here is great to place that landmine, because everyone has to go through there. And then, same idea with oil. And making that tight curve is priceless, because it is such a tight curve to get directly in there, and then it'll save you a ton of time. Okay, have to go catch me some RC cars. Because you still have to come in 3rd no matter what. Okay. And also, if you can time that flip key pretty well, then it'll be beneficial. Like, if you time it right as you're about to flip over in a fall, then it can save you a couple of seconds. What was that? That firework just like traced after the thing and never actually blew up. Yeah, so we're gonna have to redo this one. So you can see that these maps are a bit more challenging. It might just seem like tumbleweed, but compared to you, it weighs like 30 pounds. If these cars weighed like 5, and they'll just kind of entrap you, so be careful of that. Oh, and since this map is dirt, traction is reduced, so oil slicks will help slow cars down. Aw, that's a very mean place to put oil. And then you can occasionally hear the coyote on this one, and of course there's the bell always going. Yeah, that's right, Aquasonic. Let's see how you like water. Oh yeah, 2nd. It's probably a good thing I'm nowhere near Bertha Ballistics, because that could always be painful, and actually I would probably advise taking the inside route on that one, just because it is shorter, unless you are in desperate need of a power-up. Okay. And generally you don't need a power-up so much that you want to spin out over it or take a longer path. Sometimes you do, but most of the time you will not. But seriously, watch out for that fence post there. That will just hit you every time. Oh yeah, third. Now then, let's see if it's enough. Oh yeah. Another race goes to Luke. Okay. I guess there are 4 tracks. Toy World 2. And the best thing to avoid heavy cars trying to get you to spin out is to kind of steer away from them, but don't like change your direction any. Oh, and of the 2 directions that you can take there, the best one by far is the left, because the right's longer and a little bit more windy. And also be careful around turning around that corner, because you do catch some air and it will spin you out. Okay. So that's like one of the tightest parts on the whole map there, so that's why I placed that where I did. But if you do go to the right, there's like a little bit of a more windy route, and of course you can get those air power-ups, but I definitely wouldn't advise it unless you're going to spin out by taking a left, because ultimately your goal is to avoid spinning out. Oh, and I'm like really far ahead on this. I mean, if the next guy is that far back, then I could like completely goof off one lap and not have any problems. But I'm not going to, because you really don't want to get cocky in games like this. These are the games where karma goes all out, so if you try and humiliate someone by sticking around until the very last 10 meters, and then you try and cross the finish line, they're going to shoot you with like a firework or something, spin you out right before the line, and end up making you get like third. So just be careful of that. Just go as fast as you possibly can. And oil slicks do take a while to go away, so just a heads up. And of course they have the train there, and at the other place. I mean, what fun would it be without that? And that guy's not ahead of me, I just kinda lapped him. It's always fun lapping these guys though. And feel free to, if you do have weapons and you are lapping cars, definitely feel free to, because it can cause problems for those cars. And they're in Beavers for victory. Okay. So we got first, so we're untouchable. If you are in first or place and you get first in a race, you're untouchable. Oh, that car's gonna cause problems for anyone who still has another lap to finish, because they're gonna have to go through there, and you can't move once you finish a race, so yeah. But basically, as you saw in the progress table, you just kind of keep finishing and filling out maps until you have beaten the game and unlocked all the maps and the cars, and then you get some special cars and you can do all the fun stuff and claim yourself as the master. Okay. And there we are. In first. That car's usually pretty good. Doesn't have much weight. I really did not like driving that car just because it spun out so much. I think the AI does have a bit of an advantage in racing these, but it will occasionally misgauge where the car goes and have them spin out on itself, but really the AI definitely has an advantage in these cars, so you want to use your weapons and your human skill to its fullest advantage in order to win. But anyway, that was my episode of Revolt for Thursday. Thanks for watching, and please say hi to your best friend for me.